The Senate has passed the bill for the establishment of a police pension board. That's a move that will likely balloon the federal government's pension liabilities. With this, the National Pension Commission may have lost the battle over the Nigerian police force's agitation for exemption from the contributory pension scheme. The bill excludes the Nigeria Police Force from the CPS and returns the force to the old defined benefit scheme. On pensions, 5 states in the southwest, 5 in the southeast, 15 in the north, and 2 in the south-south are known to owe their retirees a backlog of accumulated pensions.
Well, Arise News analyst Dayo Sobowale joins us again, this time to discuss the Senate passage of this bill, as well as highlight the merits and demerits of setting up the Police Pension Board against the backdrop of the mismanagement of previous boards in the public sector. It's good to see you again, Mr. Sobowale. Now, welcome to the studio. Now, we're looking at the federal government incurring an additional 2 trillion naira in liabilities, as this police pension board bill has been passed. And we of course know that pension operators are saying that the funding provided in the police bill cannot be sustained by the government if it's approved. So why even pass it in the first place?
Well, I am disappointed that the way this report is coming out is from a budget perspective. I'm totally disappointed with that angle of looking at it. It is, to me, a safety and security matter. Safety and security matter. And they say life has no duplicate. That's right. And the police is the first contact of the citizenry in terms of safety. So if they can have a non-contributory pension scheme for the military and the intelligence community, why can't the police have it? I can smell a rat. I can suspect what happened. During the military regime, there was a time the police were so well armed. I think under a Yoruba man from Ogbomoso, I've forgotten the name now, that they were well kitted, well armed, in such a way that they could literally almost prevent military coups. So that must have been responsible for why they were removed, because they were in the non-contributory pension scheme before. And now, given the state of our insecurity in this country now, why should we leave the police out? And I smell a rat again. Maybe people are trying to import foreign values, which are not the same thing with our own context. You know what's going on in the US now, with the Democratic Party under Biden? They fund the police. But that one has a reason, because the police were killing blacks. But then, people have forgotten that very people who commit crimes happen to be blacks. You get me? They defunded the police after George Floyd, or what was his name, was killed. But all those cities that defunded the police had crimes ballooning. And they had to literally, because the police left the employment in droves, now they are asking them to come back. We should not look at foreign issues at the expense of our own culture, our political culture, our own context. We need to have the police well kitted, well housed, well armed to deter criminals from overrunning the rest of our society, which is what is happening now. I think the police may have a problem in the way they looked at young people who are strangely dressed, who have foreign hairstyles and so on. Maybe that was happened during the NSAS. And the police were not used to young people using flashy cars. But then, like somebody wrote of recently, the only areas where Nigerians have done well is in the private sector, where government is not involved. Hollywood, football, entertainment, theater. These are doing very well. They are having lucrative employments. The police naturally could not understand that. So they got suspicious. And then maybe they misbehaved. But after NSAS, the police too literally have withdrawn into their shell because they were treated unfairly by the authorities and the entire. You remember NSAS? I have some police friends who said if they see crime being committed, they will bypass and go away because they know the public does not like the police. So that's why I'm happy with this assembly, the House and the Senate. They have passed this bill, you get me, to help with police training and to help the police have non-contributory pension scheme. It's an incentive for them to work like the military and the intelligence community. It is to be commended, not looked at in terms of okay, all of those who are those who are even protesting, that the pension fund managers, the pension for the stakeholders in the pension, the insurance industry, but those are the people who mismanage the funds, who don't pay pensioners, who don't really pay pensioners.
And more to
you
your
get me?
point,
And people die penniless.
Under the
they have
CPS,
contributory pension scheme.
Under the CPS, we definitely know that it's the employer and employer that are expected to contribute. But
Yes.
under the DBS, full responsibility falls on the government. And like you said, what's being projected here is how much it will cost the government. But you're presenting it from a case of an investment, and it looks like it will also give the police
in our
more net
and
income.
safety and security.
More net income to probably take home if they're not contributing to that. So isn't this almost like killing two birds with one stone?
Beautiful. You are getting me at last.
Wow.
That's what I'm trying to say. See, I was upset. But you see, the stakeholders, Pension Commission, but even they even said the former secretary to the government wrote a letter that the House should not pass it because it should be contributory. How much do they pay the police? You go and look at their barracks, go and look at their offices. You see why they are hostile to the rest of us.
Exactly.
It's like they have no salary.
You know,
context
mentioned
is definitely key. Because I remember seeing the report, a while ago about the deplorable state of the police college. And when you see situations like this, it looks like we're finally trying to give the men in uniform that risk their lives every day what they deserve.
They
look at it from that context.
To protect us.
Yeah.
Well catered, well looked after, including their family. So I am happy about this, that even in this Obodo Nigeria, this type of thing can be passed in the House. It's a farewell gift to the police from the National Assembly, and this is commendable.
I mean, you also spoke about the fact that because of the current state of the police, this is definitely a step in the right direction. But I think the problem outside of the bill being passed is the mismanagement of funds. Because yes, this bill can be approved and the money can be, disbursed. But what happens to the money?
Those who need the money, who are okay, those protesting, Pension Commission, fund managers. If they say it is non-contributory, they will have to handle it. So they are, how do I put it now? They are looking for their bread and butter at the expense of the police, at the expense of our public safety and health and security. It is not right. It is not on. Yes.
Very, very well said. But now, I think you mentioned earlier that this is not new when it comes to the military and whatnot.
The military,
they're already beneficiaries of this.
They know they will take care of them.
Yes.
The intelligence committee are ready to die.
But just before we leave, what was mentioned by Boss Mustafa was that there was a circular regarding that it must stay under the CPS.
Yeah, I was trying to reiterate the status quo.
Yes. So how legally binding is the circular? I'm just wondering if you can tell us in 30 seconds.
You see, it is worthless. He is out of office. Now the bill has been passed by this outgoing National Assembly, and the new president, I'm sure, will be too happy to sign it. What it needs is presidential assent, and I'm sure it will have it.
All right, then. Thank you so much, Mr. Dayo.